All right, after a great night up at Mount Laguna, we're leaving the mountains and heading back down into the desert. So water carries are real important. You can see the desert right down below us, and then off in this left-hand corner, the remainder of the desert. We have about 37 miles to go in this next series of hiking up to Scissors Crossing, and then we hope to hitch into the town of Julian for zero and pick up some gear that's being shipped to us. All right, at the start of day 6, we're leaving the Mount Laguna recreation area, and we'll be back in the low desert in about 10 minutes. Beautiful, nice cool day out, but the sun will hit us later on. Yahoo! First big marker on the trail, 50 miles. Well, this is the end of day 6. Group of us are at this campsite. We got it in about 13 miles today. We got a late start because we were at the Pine Cafe, and there was a real French chef there who made us croissants, and they were delicious right out of the oven. And some folks had to pick up some mail. We didn't get out of Mount Laguna until about 11 o'clock, but we still got 13 miles in. Tomorrow, we need to make it a big day because we want to get to the next water source. That's about 16 miles. I've been a little bit having some water insecurity because I want to make sure I have plenty of water to hike during the day and that I have to cook. So tonight we found a water source right here. I've got like 4 liters of water plus my bag, and I've been able to filter it. So I'm going to have a full meal tonight and leave tomorrow with about 5 liters of water, more than I should need to get through to our next water site, but it also trains me for the big carries that we're going to have in the desert. So we just made our first exchange of food. Somebody didn't like one food, he liked mine. We made a switch. We'll see if we make more switches as we go on the trail. All right, end of day 6 from Benny Hikes the PCT 2022. Well, it's mid-morning for the trail. Time to have a brunch, scrambled eggs. We're here with Gabriel and Elise, and we're trying to figure out our plans. We all think I'll go into Julian, and then we'll probably overnight, and then we'll probably all head up to Paradise Valley Cafe, and then overnight in Idlewild and do some resupply before we hit the San Juancito. So
yeah, pretty excited for that.
What a great day. Clive and Nar from Manchester, England.
Yes.
We're all trying to figure out. They talked about the water that had the squirrel, but you guys didn't see the squirrel.
No,
either.
we didn't see the squirrel.
No, so I'm not even sure it's true and all that. We'll see. Maybe there'll be another squirrel in a water tank someplace. I think I'm over the top of the big climb for today. And again, the beauty of the desert is pretty amazing. I think there's water about a mile up here. And that's where I'll probably stop for the day. Well, good morning. This is day 8. It's the 1st of April Fools, and maybe it's appropriate with a bunch of fools out on the trail. Beautiful this morning. Sun's coming up. It's cool, but no wind. Much different from yesterday. The plan for the day is to make a short 10-mile hike down into the valley. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show it to you now. And then get a ride into Julian, resupply. I've got some packages coming there. A lot of folks need to reduce some of their gear and load up for food for the next 50 to 60 miles, 3 to 4 days. We'll come back and then we'll start heading north. We haven't exactly figured out where our next destination is, but we'll figure it out in a little while. Other than that, have a great day. Just a view of the morning and people starting to break camp, get their backpacks on, and we're getting ready to take off. Pretty much coming out of the hills for this small section. We'll hike down, and it's fairly flat, and somewhere over there is the highway and Scissors Crossing. So I get about a 3 to 4 mile flat hike on the desert floor. Well, truly on the floor of the desert right now. Moving ahead, about 2 miles to go until Scissors Crossing. This is just a slog in the desert to get to where we need to go. Scissors Crossing, here's Martin. Great trail magic, and I think I'll leave that for others because we're gonna go try to catch a ride into Julian to resupply and reconfigure a little bit. And others folks enjoying the shade. Obligatory stop on the PCT is stop at Mom's, where you can get your pies, delicious pies. And every PCT thru hiker gets a free slice of pie and ice cream and a drink, and they make them right. All the cool people meet at Mom's. There we go. Everyone that survived. Hi guys.
Hi.
Elise, Gabriel, Catherine.
How are you, Paul?
I haven't met you before. Okay, welcome to day 9 of Benny Hikes the PCT 2022. Spent a good night up at in Julian. We're at Scissors Crossing right now. Got a great triangle wrangle. Brought us in from Scissors Crossing, so it's fairly early in the morning, a little after 8, and we'll start and we'll kind of take off from Scissors Crossing. The goal is to make it into the water cache, about 14 miles away. So this is a pretty good hike to get there. That's it for now. Well, almost to the top of the climb for the morning. There's Scissors Crossing right down there. And this is the big climb they're talking about coming out of the canyon. Wasn't too bad. You can see in the background, we came across those hills yesterday. We were at the top of that ridge yesterday. And then we hiked down to Scissors Crossing, that overpass. Went into Julian, and now we're starting to hike back up. Great morning, nice and cool this morning. Again, the beauty of the desert starts blooming. So good morning. Climbed about 3 miles this morning above Scissors Crossing, about 900 feet up, looking pretty good. Had a new experience. I guess my foot was just a little bit too close to the edge of the trail, and I must have caught a little cactus. A whole bunch of the cactus needles went right through my shoe, kind of stuck into my toe. Had to take my shoes off, socks off, kind of pull all the cactus needles out. No harm, no foul. It was a good time for a break, but that was an interesting experience. Bye. Well, there's my first rattler, and he's not happy, and he also didn't rattle to me, so I'm backing up away. Well, he's just over there. He's still coiled, so found a bush in the desert with some shade. It's about noontime. Got about 8 miles in, had the hard climb. It's about 6 miles more until the water cache. So, like I said, just crawled up under a bush into the shade, enjoying a nice breeze, taking a break. Have a good day. Well, good afternoon. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon. I'm at mile mark approximately 90. I've got about a half mile to go before the water cache. So that's really good, but I was getting tired. I was thirsty. I needed a break. There's no shade, and I wanted to make sure I sat down at a place that was wide enough so my pack wouldn't fall off the cliff. So I found a place wide enough, using my umbrella that I've been carrying, creating my own shade, had my Pop-Tarts, drinking my Gatorade, rest for about another 10 minutes, and then go ahead and do the last half mile, and then we'll call it a day. So I didn't waste carrying my umbrella. Portable shade. Well, a big shout out to Third Gate Water Cache. It's about mile 92, and we have pallets and pallets of water. This, my friend, is a lifesaver. We all come here, we probably have about 1 liter left. I had 2 liters, just in case it wasn't here. I had enough to get to the next water point, but this was a true lifesaver. Thanks again. End of day 9, or April 2nd. Made it to mile 92. It was a long haul, long climb, and the goal was to get to a water cache. Supposedly it's one of the biggest water caches around, and we made it. And so now I'm going to kind of camp here, make cowboy camp tonight. It's a real nice night. And then get up early, go to Manzama, maybe get a good breakfast, maybe get some ice cream, and then continue hiking. Try to get another 14, 15 mile day, maybe a little bit longer. And then the next stop for we might go to Warner Springs at mile 109. That'll be, again, just a resupply. And then the next place to resupply, well, for dinner, would be Paradise Valley Cafe. And that's where I pick up my spikes and my ice axe for the San Juancito Mountains. Right now, the weather looks like most of the snow's gone, so I just may mail those forward to Kennedy Meadows. So that's the end of whatever day it is, the 2nd of April. Yeah, good morning. Today's the start of day 10 on Benny Hikes the PCT 2022. Today's going to be a kind of a good day. It's the 10th day on the trail. And in about 3 hours, we hit the 100-mile mark, which is kind of a nice milestone. Goals for today, at about 10 miles in, we hit this town of Manzama, do a quick water supply, add a little more food, and we go in either late tonight or late in the afternoon or early tomorrow. We hit Warner Springs, we do a quick resupply there, and then we push for 3 days to get up to Paradise Valley Cafe and into Idlewild. So just a kind of an easy day of ups and downs. Well, there are lots of camp tent sites all along the PCT, but this has to be probably the most comfortable tent site. Wonderful if it's really bad weather. Not so great if a mountain lion or a bear want to be there. Just topped over this ridge and get a great picture of the trail going down this ridge. So all the way down, you kind of see it as it cut into the side of the hill. And then we lose it for a while. Not sure if it goes through those hills or back up. Not everything is mountains. There's just a beautiful meadow, this whole area. Cattle country. You have to appreciate when you come to running water, just take some time and appreciate it. Fortunately, I'm loaded up on water and I don't need to stop right now. Well, it looks like they all left the trail. So good morning. Enjoy your breakfast.
A lot.
lot of fat.
So good morning. So I'm just going to document this. So today, this morning, Jazz gave me my trail name of
The Matador.
the Matador.
Woohoo.
And I was knighted Matador by
Femke.
There we go. And witnessed by
Robbie.
and
Evan. Martin.
and we'll save
And
the
this-
story of how I became the Matador for
This-
another
this was the
video.
source.
And there was that by the power invested in her.
In me.
Thank you
To
very
you.
much.